Hey there, folks. Welcome to Spectrum Pulse. We talk about music, movies, art, and culture. And man, it's nice to come into one of these updates with a bit of a positive outlook for a change, isn't it? I mean, it's certainly a change compared to the cumulative disaster that was my 2021, where for my own sanity, I just had to drop in some hard guardrails with response to my content, along with my little experiment of getting rid of scores in my album reviews, which, well, you know what? It's been fascinating to see some results, I will say that. But you know what? I had to cut back. I had to refocus on what really mattered, what drove traffic to the channel, what could actually contribute to channel growth long term. That meant drawing some hard lines. And to my astonishment, it actually seemed to work. Yeah, there was some grumbling about the scores at first, but it faded relatively quickly. Certainly did a fine enough job pruning back the folks that were only there to pick up the score and then bounce, or make a bunch of shallow comparisons and arguments where if they really did care all that much, I have retroactively been publishing scores on my Rate Your Music account all year. By the way, if you do still care that much, all of them for 2022 have been updated. Go take a look, have fun. But subscriber growth actually seemed to return a bit, exacerbated by my choice at the mid-year to embrace more short-form content, and to be honest, that might have been the best thing I could have done in so many ways. It facilitated faster turnaround for my writing to get sharper, more succinct, and in full-length reviews to get a lot more attention as feeling like more of a event. It also helped me rebuild some channel momentum, build my audience on other platforms, and with YouTube now incentivizing shorts, and I'll be getting paid for them soon, I've got an established routine to ride out that wave, actually make something out of it. And you know what, not to share too much, but with some things stabilizing here on the channel, it also gave me more time to explore some IRL opportunities that have been tremendously rewarding in ways I never could have quite imagined. Again, not going to say much, it's private, it's my business, but suffice to say I'm in a much better place now across the board, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, than I was this time last year. And for some of that I do have to thank y'all. Y'all didn't just stick around, more of you came, you made the year even better, and that has meant so much. Now that means I enter 2023 at a newfound position of strength. Now that some of that I'm looking to consolidate, I'm too cautious of an influx of good fortune to not help it lay down roots however I possibly can. So the review's split between the long form content for the big stuff and the shorts for the rest, that's gonna continue. And given that the year has actually started off relatively slow and I don't feel the need to comment on absolutely everything, I might be able to stay on top of my schedule for once. I'm excited! More importantly, as I mentioned in my list of the best albums of 2022, I personally regretted not having all the time for those personal Bandcamp deep dives last year. That is absolutely something I'm looking to alleviate, and fast. Thankfully, I now have a format that's built to make it work. And of course, Billboard Breakdown is not going anywhere. For those of you who don't know, I'm assuming that's some of you, it is my side channel where on a weekly basis I discuss the inanities and the insanities of the Billboard Hot 100. Also starting off kinda slow for the Billboard year, but it's looking to be a modest cacophony of nightmares, at least for this upcoming week. Stay tuned tomorrow or Wednesday for that. But now onto the big news. 2023 is my 10th anniversary on this platform. Yeah, I know, way too long. But as I mentioned in my last subscriber milestone stream, I'm planning to use this influx of time and focus on some major spotlights for this year. A couple retrospective reviews of which I have long wanted to get out the door, maybe revisiting some older content, some video essays that are pretty much done in their scripts. I just need to film and edit and get them out the door. I say that every year, but I've got a better chance this time. But the majority of which will be focused on my first year on YouTube, 2013. Now, the first video in this manner is targeted for later this month. Forewarning, it's going to be a little spicy, so we'll see how it goes. But to end this all off, I really have to thank all of you. Those of you who have actually stuck around through every change, every shift on the channel. I can't tell you how much it's meant to me to be going this long. The fact that we are still growing is kind of a marvel. And while previous years around this time, I haven't always had the clearest picture of what the future might hold, at least for now, I can look at 2023 and have some tangible, grounded hope that it's going to continue to get better. I've been doing this nearly a third of my life. I want to say I've gotten a little better at it, and you would all would absolutely tell me if I haven't. At least for me, 2023 feels like a big year. Let's make that materialize. But yeah, for the plug that would normally get tacked on here anyway, post in your comments what you're looking forward to for the rest of the year. I'm actually genuinely kind of curious. But beyond that, if you guys want to get albums for that new schedule this year, or just support the channel in general beyond my merch, link in the description below. Link to my Patreon is right over there. Again, don't feel obligated. Tough times, I'll be okay, but the option's available. Till then, I'm Mark, you're watching Spectrum Pulse, and I'll see you next time.